I'm trying to see who mentally ill. Okay. I really want to know who mentally ill. Because I heard that there's some people watching somebody, some illegal um, investigation type shit, or these are some people that's trying to steal something from someone or prove someone is something that they're not. They're absolutely not. And I don't know who these people is. I will. I'm picking this up on because this is meant. These people is crazy. It's like the land of make believe. They're mad that somebody don't care about what people think about them, so they're forcing you to care about what somebody think about you that's mentally ill, that's trying to take somebody trying to make somebody look a certain way. Okay. I keep on hearing the song Strange Moves. So much so it's the first thing that was on my mind when I just woke up out of my sleep. And I was seeing a vision like, you know how you be? And I'm like, what? It's like when you just be laying there and you be just falling asleep or whatever. Oh, because I have narcolepsy? Allegedly. Well, that's what the doctor said. And sometimes you just fall asleep. It's like somebody watching you, somebody say you are a princess or something like this. You're a part of a certain family where these people be under like soft surveillance. When these people were watching you in your shower getting naked and you didn't know that they were there, they had a full wire on you. They wanted to know everything you was doing and everything like this. When they're not being able to take advantage of somebody in this, so these can't be the people in your family unless if you was really the prince or the king or the cornerstone, you would just be able to fire all these people for trying to kill you while you was the king and get rid of them. Okay. But if this is some other reason, I don't know why somebody else would be doing that to a perfect stranger. I don't know why. I don't know why we would make men or women that slither away from their relationships and fake like they divorce people when the other person don't even know they've been in a divorce. That's a mental illness to let society gravitate to that type of answer for things and call themselves the cool kids because they've been able to use technology to pull in criminal activity, to pull one another out of relationships and things like this, to steal from other people and go off and create some type of new 1%. Okay. That just would be strange to me. But what I was getting was, so, anybody that allegedly has narcolepsy, like I allegedly have narcolepsy, um, the, somebody could be looking at you on like some type of footage. They could be watching you around the clock illegally, or like I said, this could be some kind of group that's trying to deny you or discard you. Um, and they're saying, oh, look, that person, for me, I'm just using this for me because this is something about, this is something pertaining to me. And this is how I know somebody can misunderstand this. Somebody can misunderstand me going and sitting in my car, right? And sometimes I just like to, after I come back from somewhere, I might be doing a video, I might be eating, I might be just sitting out there enjoying the sun. You know what I'm saying? I might be sitting out there waiting for my child for some reason, you know, and um and I need something to do for a whole hour or two or more, and I might fall asleep for a second. Somebody would record and say, "Oh, look at this person sleep in the car like that with this crumbs all on their shirt and everything like this. This person must be on fentanyl." Because you know how some drugs or whatever will make somebody kind of like slope over or, fall asleep or whatever. But it feels good to me. That's the most in the sun. What it feels good to me when I'm calm, I'm centered, and I'm sitting in the sun, even if I'm in my car. If we're on a road trip, I sleep a lot. If we're on the road trip, I sleep a lot, right? I don't have cataplexy where it's like if I laugh or cry or something, I fall asleep. No, I just have excessive daytime sleepiness. Okay. So the part of the day where most people would be mm, awake and wide awake because they had sleep last night, and I just need more sleep. I wake up in the morning, I want to go right back to sleep. I struggle to not go back to sleep because I don't take any medicine. I haven't taken anything for probably about 2 to 4 years because I was just giving myself a break off of whatever it was because it was heavy on, it was hard on my heart. The prescription that I was given is hard on my heart. So I don't work or anything like this, and I wasn't doing anything active, and I was going to try to be as mobile-less as possible and kind of be centered and trying to be, in one little cocoon. So I didn't want to, I didn't care. If I fall asleep, I'm at home. Who cares? Right? But somebody could be putting a camera on you. Okay. And then you know how and then saying, "Oh, look at that person slumped over like that," and then they fell asleep like that. Goodness, didn't that person just wake up? That must be on. They must be on drugs. So this is the best. This is like the best analogy that I could kind of use. Now, this could even, if this is to the government or something higher trying to make that look like me, this is somebody that will go through and change all your files in the hospital or something like this. As to why you was at the hospital for a drug overdose or something like this, and you never even had drugs in your system. Um, uh, uh, Something like that, right? Why did they come here for that treatment or something? You could have been, for me, I had 2 sleep study tests, an overnight sleep study test, and I had a regular sleep study test, like where I came in through the whole day or whatever like this. And then I had one where I had to spend a night there to confirm that there was a neurological situation. Okay, and they just called it narcolepsy. Okay. Now I'm still able to drive. I don't have cataplexy, but somebody could be recording me for a reason, or you. Okay, and they're seeing something that you do. And now on top of this, right? Now on top of this, um, somebody could be on the Iris program and they're using this to harm older people or people that have older DNA that's connected to the soil. They don't want us to exist anymore because we're the only ones that fight for it the way that we do. They just want us to shut up and let them come over here and do what they want to do to people, the newcomers, whether they're coming from outer fucking space or another country. Okay. So this been the agenda the whole time. All right. You think, oh, that's a big old country. How can anybody? No, they'll change you people or change your mind or change motherfuckers. This is what they doing. All right. Now this could have something to do this time with something, some people might be getting rejected from England and the royals need somewhere to go. They're getting what they say, oh, somebody's getting off their planet and they need somewhere to go. And America could say, oh no, wait, y'all didn't want me to be a part of the royal family, remember? You know, but they could already be here hiding in the government and things like this. And what they're gonna do here, the same thing if they shun me there, they're gonna shun me here in my own shit. And we're not gonna have that. So, you know, it's like who's uncle, you don't get to just come here and get a position because you're a royal, do you? Or something like this, because I didn't get any good treatment because of that. So somebody could be watching, these people could really seriously be watching someone or watching you or me and saying, see, this person must be on fentanyl or whatever, knowing good and damn well that any judge in America that will sit here and rule on the fact of calling somebody something when they have not examined this person, or you did not go leave your house and go to an address and say, hey, this is Dr. Prospect at 5291 Prospect Lane. Okay, I will go and see you or something like this, and you could tell me what's wrong. You have not been to a doctor in years, and somebody's trying to they're trying to do some uh examination from a distance. Okay, transporting people around like meat packages around the world and not letting them know that they've been transported, whether they could be carrying diseases or illnesses and shit like this for you to misuse or steal something from. God's chosen people that you denied them, and so you're creating laws around the fact that you could you could travel, you could deny us position in human rights or basic rights of jobs and the pursuit of happiness and these things, but you can come and sneak and use handicrafts uh, that only the military or other grade individuals will be able to have access to or fly. I remember a couple years ago they were still bitching about who can fly a drone, and you have to have a special license, or you have to do it like this or do it like that. And because somebody said my genetic makeup makes me untouchable, you're not supposed to be fucking with me, but somebody else that got a little bit of money that ain't worth shit, you over here letting this person do what they want to do or something with me. So somebody could be watching you from a distance trying to get a diagnosis. So obviously, whatever they've been doing for 40 something years or 30 years for somebody is not working for somebody to totally deny you for something, unless they just trying to completely annihilate. Like, I don't know what they're doing, because this is a mental illness then. It's just to try to prove something about somebody. Like, it's a mental illness. I know we laugh at cartoons and hold on one second. Hmm. Hold on. Shit. You know, I know we laugh at cartoons and stuff like this, but that still, what those guys was doing, what those cartoon characters was doing, chasing after them people and never getting them, it's a mental illness. So on top of that, I sleep a lot because I supposedly have narcolepsy. All right. But not on top of that, somebody went and tried to do something to damage the nerves in my arm. They could have gave me some kind of vaccine in my leg. Okay. Now, I had a child. One of my twins. Okay. We're gonna call her the brown skin twin. When they were little, I didn't really want to get them shots, but I was a new mother and I didn't know anything about, I wasn't really against it or nothing. All that rhetoric wasn't really going on about, oh, don't give your kids shots or nothing like this. And again, this child, we had to give her alimentum or some shit like this, a different type of milk than the other child. Because I breastfed for a little bit and then the rest of it, I gave them the formula, yes. So I'm not going to tell the whole story because I know want me to tell the stories of these things so they can kill me and steal the story, which is not even that great, and then be me or some weird ass shit like this. Okay. So, but the milk was expensive as hell. You can't buy it, it's like $150, $180 a can. So you can't, back then it was just expensive. It ain't even no, you're just not buying this milk on your own as a young couple. Okay. So we had to have WIC. Okay. Back then. Okay. Um, and so we didn't get WIC because we couldn't get milk. We got WIC because we couldn't afford that milk. Either way, it don't really matter. It was your business. It's your business. Okay. But the daughter, okay, this daughter, the little one, she was real tiny. She was little when she was born. She was 4 pounds. Well, I'm not gonna say because they're gonna try to use that too. Just use the 4 pounds because I know what my children weighed. Okay. So every single one of them. Okay. The only thing I may struggle with is remembering exactly what time of the day it was that they was born. But I remember if it was right in the morning, right around this time, or right in the night around that time. Okay. So she was 4 pounds, so she was considered a preemie when she was born. Okay. And then we went and we got shots for them. All right. And ended up she ended up getting a large lump on her thigh where the shot went in at. So she ended up getting a large lump on her thigh where the bump was, and I knew it. Okay. And then that's when I didn't want to get her shots. I started skipping her shots or something. So I wasn't like, now when with this youngest daughter, she when that happened with her, I just didn't take her to get the shit no more. I'm advanced, now I'm grown. I'm advanced now. And stuff about shots was coming out at that time and it made me think. So she got a large lump on on her leg. And then she didn't even start walking until she was like 24. She didn't start walking until she was like 1.5 or 18 months. I don't know. She just did or something like this. A long time. It took her a long time to start walking. Okay. But when she did, and I remember when she got that shot, she used to get really mad and angry when she was crying for milk or something. And she would always, put her toes like a ballerina, okay? Like, but she used to do her toes like when she get mad, she tightened up, her whole body tightened up when she was a baby, okay? And and I thought it was just a part of her or something like this, okay? But I did notice that she wasn't walking and everything like that. The other twin was getting up and walking and stuff. She wasn't walking. So this could be a child doing this that went through these clinical trials or was taken by the underground that's doing something like harming me. This could be this healing to express, or this could be a mother of one of these children that they never asked me if I can carry these children, but they could have placed them in me to birth them. I don't know. Like I said, or these people were age, or this spouse was always, or this person was always dealing with old witches. Like these bitches got to be like 100 and something fucking years old. Or this is like Klaus giving his children up to Dahlia or something like this. Okay. So, now for the past 6 months, I was having stiffness in my neck. Okay. But I also know that there was an entity that follows around these people in these family units that I grew up around. I won't call it family anymore. I'll try not to call it family anymore because I don't know what I was raised amongst. Okay. But about 4 months ago, 6 months ago, I started waking up with my neck stiff, my back stiff, things like this, getting off of the couch or whatever. And then now all of a sudden, then something started going down my arm, and then my arm was stiff, and then now my hand is swollen, and my hand is stiff, and my left leg. So this is like somebody is coming in my home. Okay. I ain't been to the doctor in years. Somebody's coming in my home in about 4 or more years. People say, well, that's why you need to go to the doctor. So somebody could be trying to offer somebody up, or they offered me up to science or some type of program that I'm denying. I don't want, these people are not my family. They're not my conservators. They should not be doing any of this. Okay. Right. And then again, somebody cannot, they could be talking about like a Nero energy being castrated, but that's not, nigga, because I'm the top of the food chain. You can't fucking castrate me. The people that you took from me, yeah, this could be my body, but I was never using that body. You was using that body. The dad and the fake family or whatever was using that body. I wasn't using that body. So you could try to blame what that body did on me. I wasn't using that. Y'all was using that body. I prayed to God last night that he let the body come back. I said, go get them from afar and let them kill everybody that tried to send them away. And so that we could clear that path. That's what I prayed to God. I said, go get them from afar and let them kill and give them the immunity to kill everybody that tried to sneak and send them away. If it's my body and it work, do that. So I was sitting here and I'm just thinking, oh, you trying to, because they don't have the money or something to sit there and surveillance me the way that they were. You're trying to, harm me or something, my arm or my leg or something like this, so that you could, I don't know, it's like disabling someone, like strategically forcing ailments that, like, she's never going to get that old and die, or she got 30 more years with her agility. And somebody's like, well, I'll fix that. Let me go. And bitch, you got to die then. You know what I'm saying? So the only thing I can think about is this. These is the kids that was taken by Michael Jackson, them crew. And this is the kids that was taken by these people that play too fucking much because they mentally ill. They play too much because they mentally ill. And so somebody could be doing that. Yeah, because this is a book God energy. Somebody think they taking something, but it's all about this person. So I don't know. Maybe they did this to a child. Okay. Maybe they did this to a child here. Because in my situation, um what they separated what they separated me from is really not it's like it's not my family. You know what I'm saying? I don't have family here. So you can't really neuro me. I have people that I was supposed to own, or people that work for me or something like this, that took over and stole from me in my entire life, in my entire livelihood. But I don't have per se any family here. Okay. So somebody could be doing something like this. Okay. Um, I'm hearing like a rat pack or something like this. Okay. So one of my children at the bus stop didn't get off the bus one day when I lived in Kenosha on the first day of school. But I heard that this feather figure, one of these masculines, these older masculines, this could be the jihad. This could have something to do with, you know, Saddam's reign or somebody. But somebody took this child at the bus stop. I mean, from the bus, the bus driver. All right, this shit. The bus driver could have even been somebody that I know that drive buses, like, Mermaid of Mesopotamia, um, or Saving Grace 999. One of these people would have had to be working for, if this is like this Saddam, if this is like this Saddam old old Derek and Dino energy or something like this. Um, this person could have been coming back in Sophia, okay, the play sister. These people could have came back in and took these children, okay. And the children could be on the other side pissed off that I don't know. Why don't I talk about them or something? Because they don't know that I don't know nothing about this. I don't know nothing about this organization because I'm not a part of this organization. And these are men that like to be in power. So they just left me out of everything because you can't have power over me. So you created a narrative or some structure around me where you can have power over me regardless. Okay. And you're going to end up dying, all of you, for your second death or something. And so we got perhaps on. So they came in and they took this child, and then I freaked out about the child being missing. But I said, "Where's your twin sister?" And she said, "I don't know." And I said, "Well, what the fuck?" And then I'm like trying to catch attention of the bus. All right. And yes, the child didn't get back until like an hour or two later. But they could have took this child from the underground and gave it to me, and the real child could have been taken down into the pits. Because I'm hearing these are the moles here. Okay. These are the moles. These people are they're gonna have some kind of mole on their body somewhere. Okay, like a hairy witch mole. Okay, most of these children or something like this, they will have that. Okay, so if these people have been um raised in some underground unit with these individuals or something like this, um you get, I don't know, so trying to get my attention or something like this, but this could be a child that's now in a seat with some crazy mad scientist or whatever this is, and they are the ones that's doing this stuff, making it seem like, oh, you're not healthy, you should exercise more, or we want to see you do this. Is like somebody forcing you to, I don't know, exercise because they got a fetish for exercise, and uh you're not gonna do anything to entertain these people because I'm not no fucking slave. And so I'm not understanding because I'm not a slave race. Maybe that's on your radar because you the slave race, motherfucker. I never was. So you gonna be waiting a long time. You can watch me do nothing. What the fuck I'm doing? Okay, this is how I'm seeing. So this is somebody that'll say, "Oh, your language," and I'll be like, "Your fucking attitude, your energy, your soul, the way you think, mother. Don't talk to me. Cat, who's casting the first stone? You can't. This person, this God energy, sit above this higher fine. I don't care who this is. I don't care who this is. Every single one of my advisors or whatever this is, as me being the Queen of England, supposedly since I was 13, I don't care what they told you in the public eye, is a rat. All the nations are involved. China is involved. You know, whatever Saddam and them was doing with 9/11, all this shit has something to do with overthrowing this before a real. Because I know at one time y'all brought you with the did grave magic. You brought the grandfather back alive. You made him like a woman, and you made him the Queen of England. You made him like a queen, like the Queen of England. And you're gonna pay for that. And you this was to continue on because you was these people must have been having some really bad problems because somebody because you were trying to place something that was not of the bloodline, or you were trying to place something that was not something, or whatever you was doing. Okay. And then you started having problems, and then you had to go back. You couldn't come to me because you knew it was game time, that a real change was coming to the world. Okay. By me. This is the only one that could change this. You could act like you change. You could have Donald Trump waste our time. You could have these people. You could have President Biden dress up like Charles and go over there and act like a royal or something. You could do whatever you want to do. Okay, but you're not getting anywhere, and I'm not going anywhere. And it might be a little bit slower, or I might be a little in pain or something like this because people sneaking around me doing crazy shit or something. But let me tell you, following these men is getting this whole country and world into nothing but suffrage. Nothing but suffrage. This Hierophant is about to get beheaded because this is Christ here, and this is not. So you weren't even supposed to get another pope, but you did it anyway. I'm telling you, something that these people is doing, it's just going to be happening. So we're not going to go too far. But like I said, these children could have been taken a long time ago. Okay. All right. Now that was in Zion when the child got that. So think about it like that. So that could be like a child trying to punish me. They're hewn in on me because they're jealous of me. They want to be me, or they want me out of the way so that they can be me, or it's something like this. All right. Whoever these people is that's working in these underground laboratories here in the Midwest between Chicago and Milwaukee, or whatever this is. Okay. And they want me to be like them or something like this, or this is like something like somebody giving something to you in your drink or your food, or sitting there and injecting every single bottled water in your house with some kind of fluid or something, and it's making you have like tremors or something, and people are like, oh my goodness, look at those movements. Yeah, those strange movements. That person must be on fentanyl. Look, they just was sitting there talking 1 second, and then they just fell asleep. They must be on fentanyl. Yeah, somebody's getting this advice from a bunch of witches. Okay. Yeah, they not like us. All of this power is false power. Okay. All of this power here is false power. These are men that's supposed to serve somebody, but as soon as they breed us fast, because as soon as we have a cute, nice looking child or something that's so beautiful, or another person that's a beauty in a different way, and they can get their hands on them because they got stars in their eyes. These are already compromised people. They really can't work for the kingdom of God. So they figured, oh, we all compromised. We ain't going to be able to work for the kingdom of Christ or whatever. We're going to act like that ain't Christ then. Well, I didn't tell you to do any of these things. You listen to some other people on your way up. You listen to other people on your way up, not me. All right. So like I said, these are the mentally ill people that want me out of the way, that are doing this shit. They sleep not night or day, and they send these little kids up from out the sewer rats, and then they come up here and they don't think nothing is wrong with what they're doing. And when you talk about them, they get so angry, they steaming and fuming. Oh, did you hear what that bitch said about us? Because they're fucking contaminated. These are contaminants. It's done for. And these could be the people that Saddam Hussein was shooting in the head, bitch. I don't know. They probably need to be. Because you're not going to be fucking with me like that. I don't even think it's human. So you're not taking a human life. They could be trying to treat me like that. But it's true. You've been getting away with not getting harmed and not dying, while you've been sneakily taking the lives of people that belong here on earth, that it was made for. So it's your turn now. I don't give a fuck if you're a slimy, rubbery, worm-looking creature or whatever that's living around here through them pipes y'all just put up in here. Motherfucker, I said what I said. With no limbs. What did it say? Okay. Somebody could also have gotten, some type of say I'm walking around not knowing who the fuck I really am. And some people was like, oh, I don't like her or whatever, and run up on you. They want somebody want to feel like God so bad. Oh, you blaspheme God. This is why everything is going so wrong for you and everything is going so right for everybody. This nigga ain't God. This a mere man y'all talking about, girl. Bitch, I can't stand a thirsty bitch. They ruin it for everybody. They ruin it for everybody. Thirsty bitches, ugly thirsty bitches ruin it for everybody. Cause somebody had to take a time. They had to take like a year or two to get used to this ugly bitch. They had to take a year or two to get used to this ugly bitch. Okay. And be sure that they can go down this road and stick with this. But who told you you had to do that? I mean, I guess in order to get this, you have to make the deals with the trolls, and you have to make the deals with these particular different people to get. They made these people feel like that. Like these are people that got taken hostage by some kind of vandals or something like this, and they know now from sitting underneath these vandals, they got their mind's view of how the world really works by sitting up under the vandals. Do you see what I'm saying? But like that's like sitting with demons. But the demons can never comprehend the real energy of the real God energy. They only and just like the dead, they only see what they want to see. And a lot of times that's your stuff, your identity, your social security number, shit like this, right? These people been dead long ago. They don't have it's a conflict of interest because they don't have nothing to do with it. They come back in and they try to condemn and try to control the Christ and try to do these things, and then they run back out. Okay. They run back out. They steal from people to prevent great world leaders, the white hats, the real ones, and then they run out, and then they purchase, and then what do? They purchase more equipment to stalk innocent people and children in their homes, which is a very harmful thing. And this is the real pandemic here in America. Okay. These are also people that were taken, or they were molested, or they were violated, or they were stripped from their family at a very young age, like karmic ending 1010. And these people are very, okay. These people are very mentally disturbed. It doesn't matter how they come off online or anything. And I'm telling you, it's about 50% of your tarot readers or more that are like this. Okay. They have stolen from someone, like they're saying that other people have done things like this. They used to do this, but they could have slipped up and said something wrong and they got kicked out, and they can't easily make money no more. So they're trying to find ways, okay? The wells that don't run dry, or the trees that don't stop giving money, they're trying to find another avenue. It's like tapping on a tree to get to the sap or something. They trying to tap. No, I know it's still something up in this tree. Boom. They're gonna, and then guess what? The big dog's gonna come back down, and then they're gonna worship me again because I'm the one that found out that way to get in that back door alley to get to the Empress's, left right side of the brain or something. I found that artery that leads to that gold mine of information. And then the person wasn't able to produce this no more. Then they get kicked out the way. And then they start sneaking up on this person that's not protected, and doing other things to this person so they can strike gold. They're treating us like a, they're trying to treat us like a oil well or something like this. This is all what they're doing here. Okay, trying to get people to panic and freak out. Our voices and what we're saying and the information that we're speaking that these people could relate to, that is the oil. They're just doing what they know how to do. They're striking us with this stuff in this retarded ass system that don't exist. It does not exist, this system. It's just to make them slippery when wet and easily to get out, if somebody do believe what you're saying. Okay, this is no such thing as this system. They cannot come and take you to jail. These people are trafficking people, or they're kidnapping people. They're taking hostages or something like this. They're not okay. You understand? They should be caged. It's, I know they might want freedom or something. It's not okay. And somebody could try to say, well, okay, bitch, we're going to cage you, but I don't deserve to be caged. I'm not doing anything to anyone. So it could happen to me. I could get knocked over the head and find myself in a cage tomorrow. But was I doing when I had the opportunity to be out of the cage? I was doing what they said a Christ or a Jesus that would come to earth would be doing. And the Holy Spirit in me is meaning that I'm coming from a clear, pure, clean heart, mind, and soul when I did it. That's what they're going to be able to say about me. Okay? So somebody want to make you like them or something like this. Okay? But the real me is chilling somewhere, bitch. You can't never touch the real me. Okay? So, this is some retarded ass people. I mean, unless everybody is retarded, then we have a problem. Okay? we have a real big problem. If I'm the last man standing and I'm the intelligent one left on earth, then we have a problem. And I don't have a group of people around me that know how I think or know the process or know me in and out, and how, they were able to tap into my mental and try to find out how I would rule something or ask me questions or direction or something. It's over. All right. It's over. So we just got you just like us or whatever. They keep on trying. They're getting me to measure it, right? So, and then they know that I'm going to respond. And then we're going to have the Seven of Pentacles come out, and it's going to show that, yeah, this person still ain't like them. Or this could be this person trying to have, like I said, somebody likes young girls and they like mentally ill girls, because they can get away with certain things here. All right, this could also be the Sophia or not Sophia, but Sophie energy that's controlled by China's Larasha 23. God is 23 and me. That's who this is. And then something about whoever this is hitting the Hierophant in the head. They could be blaming something. Because I did a video around that time. Okay, I did a video around that time. Okay, see, because I feel like Yanni, I did a video around that time when he passed away, and I think a secret thing came out. Somebody's upset about this. See, because this could be this Vance energy left me, went for these witches, and now they trying to come back and get me and collect me to this bush. But bitch, this is God. Okay, you didn't know that. You mean to tell me you didn't know that when your family number was extracting that shit from me? Okay, this could also be somebody that has a vineyard in the north or something like this. Okay, this person is clueless, might I add. This person these are his advisors. They just happen to be older women with no womb and no fruit. They're not fruitful. Probably. And they want them to take my womb. But even if they took my womb and put it on here, bitch, the sword is going there to get it right back. You can't touch it. Can't touch this. Because I just thought about it. I don't think I had my menstrual. Somebody wants to take it and sprinkle my seeds all over the place like a sunflower, but I'm not a sunflower. Okay. So this could be this Sophie Bruxic energy that has something to do. That painting she did of the Pope, that was the fact that she did something that was going to have something to do with the Pope's death. And the Pope, what they ain't telling you about the Pope is during John Bonet energy, these people did something to me where they took this Pope energy. They only want me for my Pope juice. They took the Pope juice out of me. Okay. And they gave it to whoever the Pope was at the time to go be the Pope. That's what the whole sacrifice of John Bonet, but it wasn't John Bonet that really got sacrificed. I think that was just like a dummy or something. The real thing that they was talking about, the whole do you know how somebody is like, say something happened to a little girl there, a young girl, a young brown girl. Sometimes when I say me, I'm talking about another brown girl just like me, that we are these original people or something. And for some reason, we may be able to feel each other. But it could have been somebody that looked like me or me. Okay. But it's like the stories like, oh, Jean Bonnet, the little girl in Colorado. First of all, it may not have been in Colorado. Second of all, the person that really got afflicted in some situation is not even mentioned in the storyline. So when people, it's make me look at people funny because when they going back and say, I covered every part, I wrote books, I covered every part, but you forgot the most important part of the case. The most important part of the case is there was a little brown girl that something happened here that's more major than what happened to John Bonet, because that person could have still been alive out there and you could have been able to go find that girl. This girl could have been taken. And around the time of that case, whether it was in the same house, the same city, or something, you know, you with the AC here in reverse, air conditioner person. Okay, or cool down. Somebody wants somebody to cool down, but you gotta get, it's like being hotter. So this person must be wanting to be this. This is why they did the whole thing with the whole Drake baby mama thing, all this other shit. Somebody like might like women that's like bodybuilders and stuff like this. I've seen a lot of fit, nice looking women in my feed lately. Okay, but my auntie Tanya used to be a bodybuilder. My so-called auntie. Okay. Um, so we got this energy here, with somebody doing something to this Pope energy. So somebody want to go and be happily ever after. But so I told you, this person, they're coming towards you, but they put these bushes above you or before you or something, because these bushes is all about this person. Like this is people that was groveling at this man's feet. You see, he not even king here. This person is just a pauper or a tiller of the land, or this is like a, there's nothing wrong with this, or a shepherd or something. And this is God here. Okay. So let's just get that straight right there first. Could have been different, but you trying to play God for this. And so this is when you about to get told what you is. And you listen to the woman. You listen to this snake. This Franklin, this Benjamin Franklin energy. Granddaughter or something like this. This is a whole distraction when you got this. So somebody was listening to this, and this person could be trying to keep this person stuck now, or this person kind of call this person a hoe now, or this person is something like this, or they're trying to say, oh no, this is who was stuck between those two towers. That is not. That's a clone of Toya Parham, Oscar, or what's his name, Little Dirk, possibly could be Oscar's. Okay, that could be little Oscar, maybe I'm not sure. Okay, or one of these people. Okay, and these girls got to keep, sometimes we be thinking like these is people that splices of people that I grew up with. They was brother and sister. Why would they be dating? Well, because these girls got their hooks in them, especially the pretty ones, the ones that stayed pretty and still do pretty shit and everything like this, like, you know these girls, um because they were getting, yeah, you just going a little bit more, and they were seeing progress in their life, and so they know why they need to get up and put that lace front on every morning and do that makeup perfect, because they're going, that's going to get them somewhere. It's my brain look as slimy and nasty as everybody else's brain, but it just is different. So what's getting me to where I am, I don't want it to be. I'm overly not giving a fuck about how I look or anything, because I don't want that to be the reason why I'm getting what I'm getting or going where I'm going. I don't really have anything against these people, but it's whatever they're dealing with or whatever they're surrounded by. It deals with them. It has them having something against me. I really don't give a fuck. It's about the information. It's about the intel. It's about me being able to see things that I could not see that way in the past. I did not see these things that way. And if that bothers people, that I'm moving, I'm shaking the walls and little crumbling pieces are starting to come out of that foundation and stuff like that off that wall of Jericho or something like this, then that's just a problem for them. You understand? Personally, I don't want to sit here and somebody wants me to get online and sit here and talk about some pinpoint somebody and sit here and say, oh, did y'all see that dusty wig? And I just think when she say this about her kids, did y'all hear what she said about her kids that one day? Didn't you hear the tone in the voice? I don't want nobody to pick. I'm not no fucking gossip columnist to sit here and pick apart people or something like this. What is that going to do for, unless we are under the reign of some retarded motherfuckers? What is that going to do for any of us? You too nice, well, if every bitch got something to say about me, they in these mud ducks that's hiding under the sewer system talking shit about me. I ain't heard it. You're not using my name. I didn't hear what the fuck you're saying. That's just being sound. Do you understand? That's just a motherfucker being sound. If I listen to every little whisper or every little piece of wind that go past my ear about what somebody's saying, bitch, you don't matter. These are a lot of people that feel like they're relevant or movie stars or something like this, and you don't matter in this situation. You already said it yourself. In this situation, you don't matter. I do. In every other situation in my life, I might not have mattered, but this one is what I say. It ain't up to none of these men. The scepter don't belong to you. We see what you do. We see what you plan on doing with it, sticking it in somebody's booty or something. Get the fuck out of here. So the only thing I can think of is somebody could be trying to remove my womb because you don't want the people to know that this Bruxic person took that child from me, whether y'all lost the child or whatever you did. You don't want these people to know that. Girl, if you don't go get some clothes on, go get panties. What are you doing?
No, poo-poo.
Okay, go tell your mom.
No, Mama.
I do not want to deal with this early in the morning. What you don't want to do, is sit there and tell the people about this child or whatever the fuck this is here. All right? Because then these people had to get up out of the garden. But if you mess around my womb, I'm trying to tell you, this where you going to end up anyway. So you use LaRasha instead of me. This could even be somebody that's housing this dad. Y'all made him into a China brain or something like this, a widget energy. And then you might have put him in there. Okay. You made her. Because like I told you, these people be going, once they get to elevated, then they find it cool to find out where their elements or their pieces are. Yep, go give it to your mom.
No.
But with me, everybody else's my shit is the most rare, and they're making money off of my stuff and their stuff. So they are this is like having a bunch of 1 to 10-year-olds playing in a room filled with hand grenades. Do you understand what I'm telling you? They're in a room full of hand grenades. Like, you guys don't know what you're allowing here. All right? Yeah. And we got Jesus, the King of Cups here. So maybe somebody want to be seen like this. Okay? This battle is about, so with King Aloha, I remember when, LaRasha was sitting there talking about, oh, I bought his cards, da-da-da-da-da-da. So, they're just because the Empress or the Queen is used, what they would look at from the back end, use tarot cards. They think that's excuses every tarot card to be able to use tarot or do whatever the fuck they're doing. When this is still what we read from that law dictionary, it's against the law because they're releasing people's private information or something like this, whether you know it or not. I know it. If I can discover whose private information that is just by listening to you, then you describing somebody's private information. You understand what I'm saying? So, we have this energy here, where this person might be not knowing what this woman did. Okay, this could be somebody that's seen the future as to what was going to happen between you or me and this person. All right. And this person did whatever this is here to solidify this position here. And that's what I was thinking last night. I was like, what? And I went back, the Wendy Williams show or whatever, when she was the first one talking about, Drake and the baby mama or whatever like this, or this Scorpio and this baby mama or something. And then I went back to Wendy Williams days in my dream. And it said something about it says something about they about to do the same thing or do it again, or this is somebody that's copying Drake or something, want to be like Drake, and they want to come out with a story like that, like a not rich baby mama or something like this. Okay. um like somebody want to come out with, like, oh, they got a pregnant girl, they trying to, okay, they could be trying to make a new pregnant girl baby mama thing, where somebody or some rapper or something is going to come out with a baby mama that they got off the side of the road, or uh, you know made in Manhattan, that was they made or something, or somebody that, because somebody want to save face for one person, but at the same time that person don't need no save. uh this energy is the main person that was supposed to be this person's focus here. And nobody's gonna that's like finding out that, your baby mama stole somebody else's baby out of their stomach, and then had it or gave it to you and said, oh, this our baby. And then you say, well, I kind of remember this person from a past lifetime. I think this is what God was telling me, or something like this, but it don't fit in or something. So, and plus I don't want this person to look bad. I don't want, because somebody is just like a silhouette. There's a famous rapper here that's just like a holograph. Okay? I'm telling you. Other people is running this person's life, which must be they running my life, and my money or something is connected to whatever the fuck this is. Queen of Wands, King of Cups energy here. And somebody don't want to be like, oh, why did you take that fruit from the tree? You got to get out. But somebody could have cared about you at the point. I'm just going to do this because we need to have this person around. But again, if you see me in my vilest behavior, telling motherfuckers something, especially if somebody was actually in my face to fight back, you wouldn't like me no more. It's not me, it's just the message, but you wouldn't like me no more. You ain't seen shit. You ain't seen nothing. You haven't seen nothing yet. And this ain't even a woman scorn. This is a woman in a realization. Okay. So these are people that was like, oh, just, yeah, go in there and just kill her kid. And when we'll just bring another one with somebody else's DNA. And somebody wants you to be talking how, what? Yeah, send the ones with her DNA to Africa, because we need to do this to eliminate this person from the planet forever, even though this person never did nothing to us. It's like two-faced people. It's like, mentally, it's a mental illness. It is. It is. It is. So whoever this Six of Swords is, or whatever this is over here, they're not getting this money. This money is for the Queen of Wands. Or this is money that was made off of this Queen of Wands. Hold on one second. Oh.